What in the world is going on, folks? We are doing it. You're live. I'm live. It's all happening right now, right here. Backchannel. My name, pardon me, my name is Hal Rudnick. This is the Your Pal Hal Show. And, oh boy, look out below. We are going to be hanging out for 2 hours, and we're going to be having all the fun. There's not going to be any fun left for anyone else. We're going to have it all right here. We're going to be having all the fun. We're going to be talking about a little bit of news, some trending topics, pop culture, movies, streaming shows, TV, nonsense, shenanigans, hilarity, hijinks, goofs, gags. Want to have a couple of laughs? I think you're in the right spot. And if you're just waking up, well, it's a little, sleep in much, but that's all good. This is a non-judgment zone. I say that after I just said something judgmental. But yeah, usually it's a non-judgment zone. But if you're just waking up, there you go. That's for you. That's your rooster alarm clock. But whatever you're doing, I am so happy to hang out with you today. I am thrilled. I am thrilled to the max. And regardless of what you're doing, are you working from home? Are you in the bathroom listening to us while you shave your legs? Are you outside in the backyard pruning a bush? Are you sitting in the living room painting your toenails? Are you staring out the window lost in space while I'm droning on in the background? Whatever it is that you're up to, I am very happy to be along for the ride. And you are welcome to be here. I am happy to be with you regardless of what you're doing. And you know what? Let me go a step further. I'm not just happy to be here with you, hanging out, listening. I am excited for you to, listen to this, participate in the show. Yes, because this show, it's better when you're involved. 4 out of 5 dentists agree that when you're interacting with this show, the show is better. Now, the 5th dentist who didn't agree said, what the hell does my dental practice have to do with this streaming show? And you know what? He's got a good point, but I'm not going to dwell on that. So here's how you participate in this little dog and pony show that we're doing right here. First, if you're listening to us on your at-home smart device, get your smart device's attention. Use the magic word, say, and then you can put in anything after that. So let us know what you're up to. Smart device, say, I'm shaving my legs. I got a big date tonight. Smart device, say, I'm out in the backyard pruning a bush. Or smart device, say, I'm staring into the endless void, contemplating existence. All right, very cool. We're here for it. Or if you are hanging out with us on YouTube, you can participate in the show by joining the chat. Go to the chat on YouTube and chit chat with us. Let us know what you're snacking on. I've got a little nut medley of almonds and cashews. Or you can go to backchannel.tv. Go to backchannel.tv, chat with us, and you can leave a review of the Your Pal Hal show. Okay, you could say, Your Pal Hal talks a little too much about snacks. Or Your Pal Hal talks just the right amount about snacks. Or Your Pal Hal is, you know what? obsessed with snacks, and it's frightening. We need to have a snack intervention. By the way, if I walked into a snack intervention, I'd turn around and walk right back out because I'm very happy with my snack intake. You know what? Some people say, Hal, you are prone to a snack attack at any moment. And I'm say, yeah, what else? What else you want to tell me? I'm fine with it. I'm good. I'm good on snacks. Check that. I'm not good on snacks. I want more snacks. Okay? How do you like me now? And all you snack haters, take a walk. Actually stay here. I still want the engagement for the show. I still want you here, even if you're a snack hater. All right? But if you expect me to give up snacks, I got news for you. Not going to happen. Yeah. Nope. Oh, if you think I'm going to put my snack intake on pause, you got another thing coming. Yeah. I also have a little sound machine that I'm going to use periodically. Folks, we couldn't do this show. Well, we could do the show without this gentleman I'm going to introduce, but we'd be aware of it and we'd miss him. He's got his hands on various controls. I think he's got a mouse, 2 mice, various screens, and he's producer Travis. Producer Travis, what are you doing? What is happening? Where are you?
You can do the show. We can do the show without me. That's what I'm hearing. That's the only thing I took away from that. That's the only thing I took away from that.
No, we'd miss you. We'd miss you. I mean, we have done the show without you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Crap. Never mind.
Yeah. But Travis, what I haven't seen you in 22 hours. What have you been up to?
Ooh. Big evening. Last night was the inaugural karaoke night at our house.
Oh, we've talked a little bit about. I feel like you've had karaoke before, or was that at a different place?
That was at my friend's place. That's where I got the idea. His bedroom karaoke was such a wild success. I'm like, I think this will work. And boy, did it. We set a whole thing up in the backyard at that stage where we have shows. I had just gotten some lighting rigs from my dad when I was up in Oregon that he had just had laying around, and it was a rousing success.
How many people? What did you sing? Lay it on me.
I think we had about 20. You know, didn't try to blow it out too hard, but about 20 people, give or take. That's
a party. That's a party.
It didn't mean it to be. It was one of those things where eventually the probably 7 people we invited all were like, hey, can I bring a couple people? It's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And before you know it, there's a group of people in the backyard. All great, all friends. And unfortunately for my self-esteem, a lot of them, I'm like, oh yeah, I know a lot of musicians. These people are coming, to throw heat. And that they did. But we had a few first-timers.
Karaoke virgins?
Yeah, for real. Even one of my roommates, I found out, had never done karaoke. So I had a standing offer for anybody that was feeling self-conscious or under inebriated that I would sing anything with anybody, whether or not I knew it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very, very generous. Very generous.
I appreciate that very much. I'm recognizing today how generous that was.
Oh, are you feeling it in your voice?
Honestly, happy to say my voice is fine, but just my entire body overall. Like, I had a karaoke night. Why does it feel like I ran a marathon? I
mean, were you up on stage, like, really selling it?
I was selling it. I was doing my do. And then, as the part is, again, because it became a part, as of Ananya, I'm running from here to there, refilling this, hosting that, controlling the what essentially is YouTube, because I don't know how any karaoke bar stays in business, by the way, because it's just all on YouTube.
Oh, but the bar serves drinks and there are people there, and
actually, now that
they have the whole setup.
Now that you do that, now that you say that yes, all of that makes sense.
Yeah. So
I redact my statement. I know exactly how they stay in business. But it was a heck of a time, and can't wait to do it again.
You didn't answer one of my questions.
Oh,
what did you sing? What songs did you sing specifically?
Okay, so the solo bangers I kicked off. Again, you had to get the party started. I kicked things off with "Let's Stay Together" by Al Green.
Sure.
all-time favorite of mine. Queen, Somebody to Love was in there.
Oh yeah.
And I joined in on, oh my goodness, what did I do? I did I did Kiss from a Rose as a duet with someone who was nervous.
Good one. Good
Did
one.
yeah,
Seal.
exactly. I ended up with a lot of those like kind of a few, top of the mind karaoke bangers, which was really fun. I did a They Might Be Giant song that I had completely forgotten halfway through. Threw a Ween track in there that a friend brought up. And yeah, just kind of, and then close it out with Paramore's Misery Business. And after that, I retired.
Aha. Aha. I don't know if I know that last one you mentioned.
It was a big Warped Tour generation banger. All the
Sure.
pop punk
Sure.
kids.
Right on. Right on. Yeah. Pop punk is having a moment right now.
Yeah, it's back. It's back, and it's now it's got rappers in it. It's great.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, congratulations. How much booze was drank at this shindig?
Not a small amount. We had a kind of a holdover from a previous party where you go to Costco and you get the Kirkland brand, the thing. So,
Wait. The what?
The sorry, again, my brain's
Of
about
what?
half mast.
Kirkland,
Thing of
Kirkland
alcohol.
brand beer. Kirkland brand. What?
Kirkland brand. We had their.
Wait, Kirkland brand vodka, Kirkland brand whiskey. What are you talking about?
Well, we
you
had
said you go to
multiple.
Costco and you get a thing.
You get a thing, and that thing for us was a Kirkland brand spiced rum, 1.5 liters. And no, that thing's gigantic. I don't know how much that holds. So we had that, and we had tequila, and then there was a half a bottle of whiskey left over, and there was this thing of gin we had to clear out. So it was also, these parties provide a really good excuse for people to come over and clear out our liquor cabinet, because we don't touch it that often on the day-to-day. So it's like,
Sure.
we got to get this thing out of here.
Mostly mixed drinks. Mostly mixed drinks.
There was a cooler there with White Claws and some seltzers, and I think people brought beer, but I wasn't trying to spend a whole lot of money, basically. We had the liquor in the cabinet, so I put all the bottles out there. We have a big old barrel outside, and it was just a little serve yourself bar on top with like a mixer, and then eventually at the end of the night, people started...
should bring like if I was coming by, I'd bring a sixer. I mean, I wasn't invited, so I didn't come by.
Well,
I didn't receive an invitation.
I decided that this was the soft opening, and I swear, the next time this happens, you are going to be invited to drive to the airport and not get on a plane and sing karaoke instead.
That's very nice. That's very nice. My wife would have been like, "What? Where are you going?" No. So
that's totally fair.
Yeah. Travis.
Yes.
That sounds like quite a night. Quite an evening. Nicely done.
Thank you.
We got a couple friends in the chat here. Always good to see Simon, Mild Dairy Lifesavers. Simon early on mentioned Beep Boop Bop, and some people are saying that why are you sore from after your party? Because robots don't get sore.
You ever see iRobot, the Will Smith classic?
I've seen bits of it on cable.
Right. Yeah. So there's advancements in technology, and robots feel sore now. That's just where we're at as a society. Robots.
Okay.
Not to say, yeah.
Oh wait. So are you saying that you are a robot?
No, I'm just saying I've heard that just like they made the mice younger, they made robots sore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how it is.
Andy is asking what kind of tequila, and he loves Radiohead, but he hopes "Don't Stop Believing" was not among the songs sung.
No, "Don't Stop Believing" didn't make it. No Journey, unfortunately, no Radiohead either. That's nobody got drunk enough to sing "Creep."
Gotcha. And yeah, do you know what kind of tequila it was?
Oh, just the Kirkland Silver giant bottle you get for like $15.
Oh, Kirkland Silver.
Yeah, it's really good. That's like the best value. I mean, it always is, no matter what you're getting there. But
yeah,
if you're looking to supply a party, you can't beat that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Little Costco booze.
Ooh, incredible.
Very nice.
Gets the
Very
job
nice.
done.
Well, Travis, your night was a lot more eventful than mine. Well, we had a little taco night over here.
Ooh.
My wife whipped up some ground turkey meat tacos, and it was very tasty. Very tasty. Beef was not missed. I will tell you that for sure. And uh, I did drink. I went a little crazy last night. I did drink one Bud Light last night.
Whoa.
Yep,
Could
yep.
have got you up there. My goodness.
I don't. I will go up there without
Stone cold
liquid
sober.
courage. Yes, because I am a stage hog.
Ah.
I love it. I live for it. So yeah, that's yeah. No, you don't gotta threaten me with a good time. And then I watched last night. We watched a little bit of this new Jared Leto Anne Hathaway series. We crashed
Oh,
about
that's
the
the
WeWork
how
getting
I
a little big for its bridges.
do you how is it? I can't decide
I
if I
mean,
want to watch
you
that
know
or not.
what? It's not bad. It's not bad. Jared Leto is interesting. He's doing his best Israeli accent.
Oh
It's not
god.
as over the top as it's very subtle. It's not as over the top as as his House of Gucci performance. Where is more like these? He's a little bit more understated. He's doing as he does his Israeli, but he's very he's oddly charismatic in this role. He's kind of hitting the sweet spot here. It's not
Okay.
bad. It's not bad, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
That's good.
Yeah. I would recommend if you're thinking about checking it out, I'd say dive in. I agree with Andy that Leto looks odd in those trailers and the posters. I've compared him to he looks like James Franco doing Tommy Wiseau
Oh,
in
weird.
The Disaster Artist.
Weird.
That's the look, but yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's a compelling story, and the way they show this guy who is like he's an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur, just has all these business ideas, and he walks in with what he had going for him was confidence, and he doesn't take no for an answer in
Oh
all these
god.
business meetings, and you can tell how you could see how this person would succeed, and also you could see how it would go just horrifically off the rails. And Simon says, "I wish we could have all. Oh, we wish we could all have beers and could share a story about when I met Tommy Wiseau." Oh,
Oh
very
no.
nice, Simon. Yes, the man, the myth, the legend that is Tommy Wiseau. I've interacted with Tommy Wiseau on Twitter a little bit, but I've
Do you have
not had
Twitter
the
beef with Tommy
pleasure.
Wiseau?
No, I actually had Twitter connection, friendship
Oh,
with Tommy Wiseau.
that's interesting.
So
Right on.
yeah, the opposite of beef.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I
no,
just for some reason can't imagine him being non-confrontational on Twitter, but glad to hear he's got range.
no. I was tweeting something about how Tommy Wiseau should be the next Joker a few years back, and then he retweeted it, and then like I had a wild hair about bringing him into Screen Junkies to shoot something with him as the Joker, but it never materialized. It never
Oh,
materialized. But then I think he did it for someone else. Someone else, like College Humor or someone brought him in to do a Joker thing.
you
So,
planted the seed.
yeah, I planted the seed. Someone, listen, that's what I do. I plant seeds, and then someone swoops in. Andy McLean says, for real, how for real weird was the Shia LaBeouf interaction that I had? Yeah, I interviewed Shia LaBeouf one time when he was doing this art exhibit where he was in an installation where he wore a bag over his head that said, "I am sorry,"
Oh
and
yeah.
it was incredibly surreal, very weird. And I asked him if he would apologize for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and various other things. Yeah, why so serious? Hey, Mark, why so serious? and then I took the bag off his head. It was very surreal. That video is floating around
Wow.
on YouTube somewhere. If you are interested,
Not to ask you to go behind the curtain, but what?
yeah.
One, this is the toughest question of all in anything. Was it a bit? And two, did he keep the bit the entire time, or was there sort of a, I'm in the art exhibit and then I'm Shia LaBeouf? Or
No, he was earnestly trying to do this thing where he exposed himself. He kind of laid himself bare and sat there silently as people just were able to, for like 5 minutes, and just talk to him, say anything. Apparently, a woman came in there and touched him, and I don't know, like in a sexual way, and took advantage of him in some way. I don't know the whole story, but apparently, I think so. I think at that point you got to break the act and say, "Excuse me." I don't know, but I don't know the details of that. I just know that something, apparently, at least one person did something untoward, something that wasn't quite on the level with him. But yeah, it was very bizarre. I think it was earnest, and this was before he started making some really good like career choices. Like I like his film Honey Boy, and Peanut Butter Falcon is great, and that he started doing after that. But then it turns out he's like a lot of allegations have come out against hup disappointing. Up and down life, up and down career. Shia LaBeouf. Hope he gets his crap together.
No kidding.
Peanut Butter Falcon was excellent, and the kid who was Down syndrome. Someone who lives with Down syndrome was excellent in that. His name escapes me at the moment, but Peanut Butter Falcon, worth checking out. All right, you know what? I could go down memory lane with Screen Junkies all day long, and you know what? Screw it. That's what we're gonna do right now. Scrap the entire rundown, Travis.
all right, sounds good.
No, I'm just
Deleting
kidding.
forever.
Well, I have a copy of it, and I'd
okay.
resend. Let's jump into the Twitterverse. Let's dive into the Twitter sphere. Wade into the waters of the Twitter.com website and talk about some trending things.
Yes, I would love to. I would absolutely love to. And
Simon is asking what there's like a piece of fuzz floating around.
Yeah, that
the
was
camera.
Was it snowing in your house?
The first flake of spring. No, the only snow in my house is when my dandruff gets a little worse for wear. All right, so let's take a look at let's get a little Ukraine update. What's happening in Ukraine?
Yes. Okay, so at the moment, Restream has decided to do that thing it's done twice this week now, where it's not letting me share my screen until I update a permission that I've already updated.
Okay, well, I will.
Sent you
I am searching.
I sent you the event in the chat, and this will be fixed momentarily. In the meantime.
What do you mean the event?
Or the URL for the Twitter thing. They call them events when it's a trending topic.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. All right, so here's I just Googled I just searched Ukraine on Twitter. Here's what's coming up, folks.
Oh, that works.
Simba the lion and a wolf named Akila were evacuated from a zoo in Ukraine without any tranquilizers and brought to Romania. Wow, Simba, sounds like Simba was a real good boy. No tranquilizers. And he's a big old lion, cute looking lion, named after lion from the Lion King, and Akila the wolf. Wolf, the former name of Kylie Jenner's kid. We talked about that yesterday. We're going to return to that later in the show. We've got a little segment in regards to that. Okay. Oh, it just updated. Caitlin Collins from CNN. Today, I can announce that based on information currently available, the U.S. government assesses that members of Russia's forces have committed war crimes in Ukraine. Yikes. Uh, yeah, that's very no bueno. Secretary Blinken says in a new statement, Secretary of State, I forget his first name, but I wish his name was Abe Blinken. Abe Blinken. Like, I'm blinking, I'm blinking. Blinken. Hey, I'm blinking, I'm blinking. Abe Blinken. But his name is, what the hell is Secretary of State Blinken's name? Now, oh, Andrew Blinken. Andrew, I think. Yes. Andrew John Blinken, American diplomat, Secretary of State. There we go. Additionally, U.S. government formally declares that Russia is committing war crimes in Ukraine. Yep, yep. More on Ukraine, more on Ukraine. FINA, the swimming world governing body, has banned Russian and Belarusian athletes and officials from this year's World Championships in Budapest following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Breaking, Ukraine announces that a Russian soldier has turned his military tank over to the Ukrainians in exchange for $10,000 and the ability to apply for citizenship. Most tanks cost millions of dollars to produce. Okay. You know what? Good. Good on you. Leave the fight. All right, Travis, do you want to bring up you want to bring up that the information there? I'll look on what's on the screen. War in Ukraine continues as Russian strikes besieged city of Mariupol. According to the Pentagon, Ukrainian soldiers are successfully fighting back against invading Russian forces to reclaim ground in some parts of the country. Around 100,000 civilians remain trapped inside Mariupol in inhumane conditions. Ukrainian President Zelensky said U.S. President Joe Biden is set to in inhumane conditions, said Zelensky. Biden is set to travel to Europe on Wednesday for an emergency NATO summit on Ukraine. Content warning. This live tweets, sensitive images. All right, let's see what else. Let's get those bullet points. The ineptitude displayed by Russia's military throughout the first four. Oh, gotcha. The ineptitude displayed by Russia's military throughout the first 4 weeks of its invasion of Ukraine could lead to China to reconsider its plans for Taiwan. Senator Jack Reed, the chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee, believes. If you, I heard that one of Putin's top advisors quit and left the country. Let me see if I can find that story. Putin. Let's see, Putin advisor. Breaking. Anatoly Chubais, who gave Putin his first Kremlin job, stepped down as Russia's climate envoy and has left the country over Putin's war in Ukraine. Good. Hopefully more people will do that. Yeah. Former Trump National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster said Putin has been caught off guard by the West's united front, deploying tough sanctions in response to the Ukraine invasion, and that the Biden I think they left out the word administration, deserves credit for helping foster that unity. Good. Yeah, we got to keep fighting the good fight. When people, and it's good that there's dissension amongst Russians. A soldier giving over arms, giving over a tank to Ukraine. One of Putin's top advisors the climate envoy stepping down. I know I'm doing my part, eating half as much Russian caviar as I used to, drinking a little bit less Russian vodka, and again, my commitment. If I were to become a single man, I'm happily married and hope to stay so. But, oh, excuse me. But if I was ever to become single, I would think twice about getting involved with any Russian supermodels. Would have to check their politics first. And that is my commitment. But in all seriousness, yeah, hopefully this horrific situation can be resolved. So that's a little update. And that is a Ukraine report. Let's, excuse me, look into the Senate hearings on Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson. Day 3 of hearings brings more questions for Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson. Wednesday marks the third day of confirmation hearings for Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson as the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee considers her nomination to the U.S. Supreme Court. Opening statements and questions were the focus of the first 2 days of proceedings, which touched on her career and education, judicial approach, family life, and more. Thursday will bring in additional testimony from outside witnesses. Jackson needs to get a majority of the committee's votes in order for her nomination to move forward to full Senate consideration. And are there any other bullet points there? Some of the, here we go. Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham's a real piece of work. And by piece of work, I mean a piece of crap. He's like his histrionics and his performative outrage. It's really mind-boggling. Like yesterday, he got like just visibly angry and he was like snarling. It was really weird about her, as a public defender, she was brought on to work with some Guantanamo Bay detainees, some war prisoners of war from the war on terror in the Middle East. And, it doesn't make her a traitor or anything. She is literally doing her job, and she was brought on by consortiums who arrange for legal counsel for these people. Like it's literally one of my favorite phrases, a nothing burger. But Lindsey Graham was like, did you side with them? Do you believe in, like, really going off? And then today, Lindsey Graham was picking up the ball from this Josh Hawley, who is a Republican who, is expressed support for the big lie and the insurrectionists of January 6th. Josh Hawley was talking about her sentencing record for for people convicted of child pornography, which is obviously, a horrendous, crime, monstrous situation. But she gave some not lighter sentences, but there's a spectrum of what the range, and she erred on like the low range sometimes of sentencing, which is, it must be a case-to-case basis. And now Lindsey Graham was going off about how does that reflect her point of view about these horrendous crimes. And It's not. It's not like she pardoned these people. It's not like she, gave them time served. No, she sentenced these people within the sentencing guidelines. And yeah, it's Lindsey Graham is just a nightmare creature. What do you got there, Travis? Graham gets combative with Jackson. What faith are you, by the way? Wow. Like, excuse me? What is this? The Salem witch trials? What faith are you, by the way? Screw you, Lindsey Graham. On Tuesday, yesterday, grew increasingly combative in his line of questioning of Ketanji Brown Jackson, asking Lindsey Graham grew more combative, asking President Biden's Supreme Court nominee about her religious faith, her defense of Guantanamo Bay prisoners, and whether she was aware of what he said were left-wing attacks on his and whether she was aware of what he said were left-wing attacks on his preferred nominee to the court. Okay. Graham has been seen as a swing GOP vote on Jackson, given his support for previous Democratic judicial nominees, but he has signaled he is likely to vote no on this nomination. The Republican senator has also made it clear he disliked Democratic questioning during. Yeah, a lot of times it seems like some of the Republican senators on this Judiciary Committee are trying to do a tit for tat. They're like, oh, you went hard at Brent Kavanaugh or whoever, so now we're going to go extra hard and see how you like it and see what you think about it. And Simon says he was trying to get a rise out of her, but she was cool as a cucumber. Yeah, and very admirable. And, she's, you got to do this dance. So she seems like an excellent candidate. Hopefully this goes through. What faith are you, by the way, he asked. When she responded in a non-denominational, she's a non-denominational Protestant, Graham then asked, could you fairly judge a Catholic? What? What does that even mean? When Jackson said she didn't feel comfortable talking about her personal religious views, which she shouldn't. I mean, ever heard of the separation of church and state? Graham then pivoted quickly to how Democrats scrutinized Trump's Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett's Catholic faith in 2017 and 2020. Well, Amy Coney Barrett was part of a religious sect that had some unusual practices. So if it's relevant, great. If it's not relevant, then what's the point of bringing it up? Yeah. So yeah, Lindsey Graham, just a fool, and formerly President Trump's lapdog. A lot of people say President Trump was one of the only presidents who didn't have a pet in the White House. He did have Lindsey Graham. Did have Lindsey Graham. I'm not the first person to say that. You know what? Let's shift gear. Oh, sick burn. Yes, not the first person to accuse Lindsey Graham of being just kowtowing for President Trump, and after being criticized by him, and just flip flopping, and moving on. Home Depot in the news, trending today. So someone shared this Home Depot, a page from the Home Depot employee manual that discusses privilege. And this, it's interesting. I think this is a fantastic thing to expose potential employees to, because when you're dealing with the public, it's not a bad tack to learn how to treat people, how to check one's own privilege, and equally treat people who are different than you. If you want to bring up that page, Travis. Now, Home Depot, and I looked into the Home Depot is trending in Twitter. Here's my report, Business Insight. There's an actual page that from the manual. If you want to scroll down, it's probably in there somewhere. There it is. All right, so this employee manual, it unpacking privilege. I think this is fantastic, and I've, I'm a person who believes that we are. People don't realize. People take for granted little things that amount to privilege. I have male privilege. What does that mean? That I am pretty freaking comfortable walking the streets at night. walking the streets at night, clearing my head, going for a walk, walking to a bar, walking to my car, walking to my neighborhood, walking the dog. Whereas it's not the same for a woman many times. It's often not the same. And it's you have to look over your shoulder. You have to carry some either mace or something to be careful. Listen, it can be dangerous for anybody and everybody, depending upon where you are. But I believe male privilege is real. I can, I can pass out at a party. Like I could go to Travis's big karaoke blowout, drink too much, and pass out in the corner. And not worry. Whereas,
Is that a promise?
I have passed out at parties before, but I'd say the last time was probably 15, 20 years ago. I've passed out in my own home after a few too many, but it's not often. It's not often.
All right, well, anytime you feel like it, you're welcome.
I'm welcome to drink to the point of blackout, pass out.
Yes, you can sleep under the avocado tree.
Will you make sure that no one draws on my face?
Well, if you take as long as you take your shoes off.
What does that mean?
That was how I was raised. If you have your shoes on at a party, if you fall asleep with your shoes on, you are inviting people to draw on your face. If you take your shoes off,
so that's a no. I'm leaving myself open.
Hey, I'm just explaining the rules. I don't look. I am like the Supreme Court. I'm not making the rules. I am interpreting them and enforcing them.
Wow. All right. Yeah. Noted. So, note to self: don't get woefully inebriated.
Hey, don't get to the point where you can't take your shoes off. As long as you can do that, you're good.
Well, but here's the thing: when you're passing out, sometimes you don't realize because you're so like drunk, and you're not saying to yourself, "I plan on being here for the next several hours." It like as like as the sun's going down on you.
Yeah.
You.
Oh no.
It's not something you plan on.
I just gotta rest my eyes.
Want to give a shout out to Stacy. Stacy. Back to we were talking about that lion before. Simba is a good name for the lion. Stacy also giving me some dandruff advice. Why don't you go to a grocery store, and you can buy Selsun Blue. That might help you. Thanks, Stacy. Actually, Stacy, I went online, and I mentioned this. I got a new shampoo and scalp mask. Yes, I got a scalp mask that you apply like twice a week. And I feel
isn't that a hat?
A scalp mask is a hat. A bald cap.
That's fair. I'm sorry, I'm being facetious. What can you were already explaining, but could you continue to explain what that does? Like, what is it? How does that work?
Well, you wet your hair. You take this. It looks like gray putty, and massage it into your scalp,
Mm-hmm.
and then you leave it on. So you're supposed to leave it on for 5 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
And I can imagine, like, I'd have to get out of the shower if I was going to leave it on for 15 minutes. And that would just be, I'd be all drippy and stuff, and my hair would be dripping. So I leave it on, I put it in first thing,
Yeah.
and then I clean myself. I'm taking you through my shower regimen. No pictures, no pictures. So I soap my entire self. I clean my entire self. Then I rinse out the scalp mask, and then I do the shampoo that came along with it from this company called Prose, Prose, Prose. And what you do is you fill out an online questionnaire, and this literally would be the perfect ad for this company. Like I am using it, and but this is not a paid ad. But Prose, if you're listening, I would gladly be an advertiser for you. I would gladly sing the praises of your product. I would love for you to sponsor the show. And not only that, not only would I sing the praises of your product, I would just squat down and take a figurative verbal dump on your competition. I would Pantene, Vidal Sassoon, Head and Shoulders, Pert. Listen, I would tear them a new one. Pert Plus, more like Pert Minus. Vidal Sassoon, more like Vidal Buffoon. Pantene, more like panties. More like stained panties. Those verbal barbs are just a taste of how I would excoriate your competition. Prose shampoo. Oh, and I would sing your praises. Pros, some people have pros and cons, but for pros, it's only pros. The pros knows. Pick yourself up some pros today. That poetry within my prose, on behalf of pros, is just a taste. So pros, please sponsor the Your Pal Hal show. That was a little segment we call Your Pal Hal begs for a sponsor. Ding. All right. Your Pal Hal begs for a sponsor. Okay, let's go back to this privilege. A little Selsun blue. Privilege, privilege, a special benefit or advantage that may be earned or unearned. Note, a person may or may not be aware that they are benefiting from privilege. A lot of people are like, what? Male privilege, white privilege, religious privilege. I never experienced that. You don't have to be aware of it to have experienced it. If you want to bring that back up. Social privilege, special unearned advantage or entitlement used to one's own benefit or to the detriment of others. These groups can be advantaged based on social class, age, disability, ethnic or racial category, gender identity, sexual orientation, and religion. White privilege, societal privileges that benefit white people beyond what is commonly experienced by people of color under the same social, political, and economic circumstances. Yes, there have been so many studies. If you don't believe it, then you're burying your head in the sand, the fact that privilege exists. Redlining, real estate practices. They did a study that people with African American or black sounding names submitted on resumes with the same resume qualifications were called in less than people without more ethnic or those type of names. Here's what it says. Here's what privilege looks like according to this flyer. I applaud Home Depot for doing this. If you're so if you're confident that the police exist to protect you, you have white privilege. There are many people in certain communities that don't feel that way. Consider yourself fortunate and listen to the stories of others. Listening is such a, you know, just a little bit of listening goes a long way. If while growing up, college was an expectation of you and not a dream, you have class privilege. Yeah, I grew up in a town where most people, expected, to go to college. It's like, oh, everyone in my graduating class, like a huge percentage. It's like, where are you going to school? Not everyone has that expectation. My boy Jonah's here, aka Robbie. What's up, Robbie? Glad to have you in the house. If you can expect time off from work to celebrate your religious holidays, you have Christian privilege. If you can use public bathrooms without stares, fear, or anxiety, you have cisgender privilege. If you don't have to worry about how to get into a store, you have able-bodied privilege. You don't realize this stuff is impactful and real sometimes until you talk to people who have gone through it. I applaud Home Depot, and they also have an explanation of racism. There's a difference. People of color can be prejudiced, but it's a lot dicier, and so can white people, obviously, and everyone can be prejudiced. But racism, like here's the definition, and this it takes a little bit to like swallow and understand because the term is just thrown around so casually. But racism equals racial prejudice plus power. And if you are a minority group, if you are a group that has been fighting for equal rights, civil rights, the right to vote, if you've been playing catch up, the right to get married, the right, you are less capable or not capable of racism. Prejudice, yes. You can still be prejudiced as hell. Listen, I've met plenty of people who are prejudiced of all walks of life. But this is some powerful stuff. I absolutely applaud Home Depot. But some people But some people are bashing Home Depot for being too woke or too buying into critical race theory, which I think critical race theory has become such a boogeyman for the other side. I have taken critical race theory in college, and I feel like I have benefited so immensely from it. It wasn't called critical race theory. It was a class called The History of the Black Family in America, and it was taught by an African-American scholar, and I was one of a handful of white people in the class. And I didn't even, at the time, I wasn't I was just like, oh, this sounds interesting. I wanted to learn about this. I wasn't some, it wasn't like I was evolved in my point of view, per se. But I feel like it really helped me understand a lot of the disparities in this country. And without trying to shame or hate, I don't hate white people or, I am white, crying out loud. Travis?
I do, because we're advocates of the truth here, I do have to step in and say I did a little bit of research, and while this is not untrue, it is a little misleading. In a statement to Snopes.com, which is the fact-checking website for a lot of stories like this, Home Depot acknowledged the existence of the, quote, unpacking privilege worksheet, but it said it originated with the company's Canadian division and was neither created nor approved by Home Depot's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Department. While at least one Home Depot location in Canada used this worksheet, according to the company's statement, it is not part of any required company-wide training.
I take it all back. Screw you, Home Depot. You're
Except for
dead to
that,
me, Home Depot.
except for that one Canadian Home Depot going
Except
rogue.
for that one Canadian branch.
Hell yeah.
Travis, I wish you would have stepped in earlier instead of
No, I think all that's
make me.
important because all
No,
that
but
is
I
still.
listen. And there are probably people listening to this who are like, shut up, Hal.
Well, we don't
But
like them.
well, I won't say that. I would
Yeah.
just say I would like to engage with them on this
Yeah,
topic
for
because I
sure.
think a lot of people just don't understand.
I mean,
Um, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, you've engaged um, more often than I have with him, but subbing for producer Carl on the Anthony Davis show the past 2 days prior to this, it's like, yeah,
Yes, sir.
there. It's important, and I think that was really great that you spoke to not only what was on the page, but your experience, and even going so far as to explain your background in, what a class like that did for you. Because, like, I'm of the same boat. I didn't take it in school, but, last year, I would love if I was, like, really evolved in my opinions, from the jump. But I read How to Be Anti-Racist by Ibram X. Kendi in, like, the height of all the protests last year, and I was like, oh, I had never thought about this hard. And it's incredible how far we think we are on the scale of being accepting and promoting and fighting for equity, or just supporting it passively. But there's just so much, as I'm sure you learned when you turn the rock over of society, you go, oh no, 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 no. This is not equity. Uh-oh. So it was just to say, I think it's
I don't
important.
know. Yeah, we really don't know. I do teach classes for a large theater in Los Angeles, and there was a huge summit, like an online summit during the height of the Black Lives Matter protests and post George Floyd, et cetera, in 2020. And just hearing, like, I was just, kind of just sitting in listening. It was like 500 people on a Zoom. And hearing stories from people who are different than me as far as like race, gender, et cetera, about how they were made to feel like the other. That they weren't, it's just like, oh, this is our place, but we'll allow you to come in. No, no, no. When you make someone feel like the other, you're already starting off on the wrong foot. It is ours. It is everyone's. That's what equality is. So, othering, and othering is so subtle,
Yeah.
but being made to feel like you don't have the same right to belong. It's like, oh no, yeah, sure. I guess like you can come in too, and it happens in subtle ways. I wish I could think of some more specific examples, but just it's real. It's real.
I mean, it feels, you can almost boil it down to, and this is an oversimplification of like playground logic of if there's like a new kid, or someone that is the other on these really blunt terms, it's almost common to see kids not, there's like that trope in media where you have one kid come out to the new kid and say, hey, you want to come play tag with us after everybody else has shunned them. And it's like, that's a violent oversimplification of it, but it's that same energy of like, I actually don't even know what my point was. I have no point.
Sure. I mean, yeah, it's there's a lot of it's complicated stuff. It's complicated stuff,
Yeah.
and but no, I appreciate where you're coming from, Travis. We've got some folks in the chat. We have I hope everyone in the chat loves each other. Stacy says, yeah, some people are prejudiced, some people are not prejudiced. I agree, Stacy. Yeah. Ree is in the chat, or Rye, says, his dad's racist. And Rye, I hear you. That's one of the tough things. Not everyone, I have relatives that I'm afraid I don't share the same point of views as them. That I have relatives who have said racially insensitive things, and might even be racist. My dad even. So yeah, that doesn't make you a bad person. And I so keep fighting the good fight. Yummy Mouse is in here name calling. That's not nice, Yummy Mouse. Hey, Yummy Mouse, be a pal. Be a pal here in the Your Pal Hal show. Greg is in the house. Greg, always good to see you. Yummy Mouse, listen, you're a pal. You're a pal. So please be a pal. Janine is in the house. What is up? What is up? Yummy Mouse, cool your jets. Cool your jets, pal. Greg, glad you're here. Glad you're here. And I thank everybody for hanging out with the Your Pal Hal show. Acceptable Dolphin is in the house. Thank you. All right, let's check out another. Oh, this got my attention because this seems like my dream job. The man who's paid to do nothing. Travis?
Yes, I'm pulling this up right now. Sorry to re-find the link. Also wanted to
Yeah.
shout out in our YouTube chat we had some people chiming in with personal experiences and stuff about this topic.
Oh yeah, let's take a look. Yeah. Oh, Robbie, my boy Jonah. Yeah, a little. Yeah, CRT just became like a buzzword in the past like year, and it can be a little. That's funny. Yeah. Not the plasma screen or the LED, LCD. What is it? LCD sound system. What are the new TVs?
yeah, they make TVs now. That's
Yeah.
what they do.
Flat screens. Simon says, when I was a kid, my mother worked for the Civil Rights Commission. She would help people of ethnicities or genders fight for their jobs and seek legal action against employers. Very cool. Very cool. Shout out to your mom, Simon.
I think it speaks to, I mean, we've known this forever. There's always been a history of people fighting for progressive standpoints and equality and
Right.
equity. But like, despite how much of a head it came to a couple of years ago, this is like not new. People have had these ideas. This is not some new wokeness that's sweeping the nation and undermining society. It's like this is just an expansion of existing ideas.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, like critical race theory, it's become this, again, it's become this boogeyman, but it's literally just teaching true history. It's a damn shame that it took HBO's The Watchmen to teach me about the Tulsa race riots
Right.
when I was already in my 40s. I was probably in my mid 30s when I learned about Juneteenth. It's and it's not going to make this country a worse place. It's shocking to me after 2020 and the Black Lives Matter protests that people think critical race, like changing the dialogue is just a little bit is somewhat necessary. People who don't realize that is somewhat it's like, did you see that there's like a real thing happening here? Yeah. Yeah. A lot of conservatives are afraid to acknowledge the horrors of our history. Robbie, chiming in, your boy Jonah, a few years ago in high school, I was in high school, and there were a lot of groups that were mega racist, especially around 16 to 19. Well,
Yeah.
and I wonder, we had a climate that was more conducive to that with Trump in the White House, and I think he managed to open Pandora's box, because when it's coming from the top, then it kind of rolls downhill. Simon bringing up a very important point. One of his favorite things about Blade Runner 2049 was the way they dealt with the love between Travis's parents. Replicants can be in love.
Speaking of equity,
We accept you, Travis.
thanks.
Actually, I believe Travis's mother is a human woman. Debbie
Isn't that
Butterfield.
cool? Yes,
Yeah.
that she is. She's
So-
got a steel plate in her wrist, but she's all lady.
Okay, so I guess that means maybe Travis is adopted. He was like, I don't know, TBD. My mommy's in the house. Deborah Rudnick, what's up? Robbie from Texas. Not everyone in Texas is a race. Oh yeah, no, I don't think they are. Not everyone from Texas is racist. Let me be clear. It also doesn't help that in high school people are extremely reckless. Listen, I'd be lying if I said that I didn't say things or do things in my youth that I regret. I mean, nothing crazy. I wasn't like like trumpeting hate speech, but like I definitely had like, childish sophomoric points of views in regards to a lot of this stuff we're talking about. So, Robbie, you know what? Sometimes it takes a minute to get there, like to evolve and like realize that, oh, you know what? Listening to other people is good, and let's build a society that like everyone feels comfortable with. Jamie Summers and Steve Austin. Robbie is he's old enough to be able to make Bionic Woman and $6 Million Man references. Speaking of robots, replicants, etc. All right, Travis, do you want to bring up this article? Meet the Japanese man paid to do nothing. Shoji Morimoto has built a cult following by offering himself as a warm body who can simply be there, liberating his clients from social expectations. By the way, Simon in the chat making Twiggy from Buck Rogers references. Very nice. Beep, bop, bop, bop. Robbie, an old soul indeed. For years, there's been a cottage industry in Japan and South Korea of renting strangers to impersonate friends and family members or other acquaintances as a way to save face at social functions where +1s are expected. Wow. You want to keep scrolling? But over the past 4 years, Shoji Morimoto has built a cult following by offering himself as a warm body who can simply be there. Morimoto's gigs have been varied. If you want to scroll up for that, he listens to healthcare workers describe the mental health toll of the pandemic. He waited at the finish line of a marathon for a client who wanted to see a familiar face at the end of the race. That's pretty cool and also a little bit sad. I'm not going to lie. One woman hired him to accompany her as she filed her divorce papers. He once sat with a client for a hemorrhoid surgery consultation. Eek. Morimoto often finds that his clients don't want to burden people they care about with their needs. Interesting. Even if people look normal and fine on the surface, they often have shocking pasts or secrets or impossible problems, he says. People who come to me with crazy problems, they're usually not people who look like they're suffering. Everyone, even the ones that seem well, all have their own sets of problems and secrets. So this guy will just he'll just show up. He'll just be there. You can pay him to just be there. Interesting. So it's like a platonic escort service. When I first got to Hollywood, I worked as a high-class gigolo for... No, I'm kidding. I would like to just continue that, just tell a tall tale about that, but no. But very interesting, very interesting. Kind of sad, but also very human. human connection. Uh, Greg, going off in the chat, very friendly. He likes everybody. He loves everybody. What's on my shirt? My shirt. My shirt says Riff LA. It's a sneaker store in Los Angeles. Riff LA. It's a sneaker consignment shop. I'm a real sneaker enthusiast. Elizabeth joined the stream. Elizabeth in the great state of Arkansas. Welcome. Welcome. London. Karamas. Glad you're here. Our friend Stacy in the house. Big fans of Stacy over here. Yes, Simon, they sell Jordans and, all sorts of, Kobe's, Yeezys, LeBrons. Yeah, I am a sneaker enthusiast. All right, so I feel like I might have found my future calling, job-wise, in Asia. Big NFL trade trending. Tyreek Hill, widely known as the fastest man in the NFL, traded to the Dolphins for 5 draft picks. Trade to the Dolphins. Chiefs are trading 6-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Tyreek Hill to the Miami Dolphins for 5 draft picks. A 2022 first rounder, a second round pick, and a 4th round pick, as well as 4th and 6th round picks in the 2023 draft, sources tell ESPN. There they go. Do they have Air Mags, Robbie's asking. Yeah, the Back to the Future sneaker. They might. Those cost a pretty penny. The Marty McFlys. Hell yeah, I feel ya. And Simon saying he bought a pair of Kyrie's, but they're collapsing his arches. One could say they're making my feet flat. Maybe get an insert. An insert. Travis.
Kyrie Irving, noted proponent of a flat Earth theory.
Got it. I was a little slow on the uptake there. Thank you, Travis. And also, any vaccination jokes would be acceptable. No, you, Simon. I knew that. I am mad at myself for not immediately getting that. So I'll beat myself up later about it. The show must go on. All right, so Tyreek Hill, big NFL trade. A lot of moves lately in the NFL. Obviously, you got the whole Deshaun Watson thing, which is kind of a nightmare situation. A lot of Cleveland fans stepping away from rooting for the team because Deshaun Watson has 22 civil cases against him. But the NFL said, all right, he wasn't facing any legal ramifications, just the civil suit. 22 women filed sexual misconduct suits against him. So, but Cleveland Browns wanting to hitch their wagon to this guy. So, all right, good luck with that. And in happier news, let's cleanse the timeline, Travis. It's National Puppy Day. I don't know if you can hear my dog barking downstairs. Lil Wayne is barking at somebody. He likes to look out the window, and anytime a car goes by or a jogger goes by or anything, he'll bark. National Puppy Day, folks. Listen, every day should be National Puppy. I think there's one thing we can all agree on. Puppies, pretty cute. Travis, send in the puppies. There you go. There's Charlie Brown and Snoopy. All right. Best friends. Sure. Shibu coin, Dogecoin. All right. Every day should be National Puppy Day. Sure. Travis, go ahead and retweet that. Go ahead and give it an RT. Boom. There you go. There's Mike Ehrmantraut Mike Ehrmantraut from Better Call Saul. He loves a cute puppy. There you go. Travis. Oh, Mark Leonard in the house. My good pal Mark Leonard, Lil Wayne's World, Lil Wayne's World. It is Lil Wayne's World. We're all just living in it. Don't talk about this in front of John Wick. Oh yeah, John Wick will. He'll set off to the Baba Yaga. The Baba Yaga will. Do you know about this John Wick, Travis?
Oh yeah. He's ripe for rampage. Drop of a hat, moment's notice.
Oh yeah.
I just
Baba
wanted to
Yaga.
point out that this dog, and I can never remember this actor's name, but they have essentially the same expression, and that's just
Oh, they do. Very nice. Mike Ehrmantraut.
Mike Ehrmantraut. Thank you.
That's the character's name.
Oh.
Yes, that's the character's name.
I saw him on an episode of ER
On
last
Breaking
week.
Bad.
That too.
National Puppy Day. Good. Oh yeah, there's some handsome beagles or something. Some puppies. There's a Dogecoin, Shibu. Okay, crypto dogs. There's a dog. Oh, cute. Oh. Here's a guy. Whoa, really working on his max. This guy. Like the puppy's all cute, but why is this guy pressing an empty bar?
Leave him alone. It's a warm-up set. People do this.
You know what? I'm not feeling it.
Look at
I'm
that
not
guy
feeling
go.
it. I can't. Listen, I came to shame. Sorry. National Puppy Day. Oh, is that Anthony Edwards with a good looking pup? Good looking pup. Can you even lift, bro? Right? Happy National Puppy Day. Okay, that's a little kinky right there. Puppies and football. Football. That guy looks like a handsome European footballer if ever I saw one. That looks like a lady footballer. That guy looks like he's probably plays football and has a fluffy dog. I bet she kicks a ball around and she's got a dog. There's some animated dogs. Pixar is wishing you a National Puppy Day. Happy National Puppy Day. There's a good boy with a tennis ball. There's a good-looking pup. Good-looking pup with cute eyes. Yeah, like we're really just cleansing the timeline here. Oh, deep breath. Cleanse the timeline. Oh, there's a good boy. Yeah, I said that it was we got a little kinky, Simon. I said that that image was a little kinky right there. That woman on the leash. You know what? Or should I have gone into the whole corn refrain? Feeling like a freak on a leash. Travis, what are your opinions on Korn's "Freak on a Leash"? Travis.
Underappreciated on what it did for the genre, but overall still something I don't want to listen to.
Oh, I would listen to. Listen, I'm not a huge fan of nu metal, but I'd listen to the hell out of that song.
It's weird. The
No,
scat part.
like that part.
Yep.
Oh, I'm with it. I'm here for Freak on a Leash. Here's a couple of greyhounds having some foreplay. What is that? Greyhounds having foreplay? Roman statue of greyhounds playing. I call this greyhound foreplay. All right, happy National Puppy Day. You know what? Let's shift gears and jump into our Twitter deep dive. And Travis, you know what this is? Got another letter.
Sorry.
Dear Hal.
You opened that so loud.
Apologies to anyone I startled with my paper opening.
Good Lord.
Dear Hal, we've seen all of your pizza activity yet so far. We've seen all of your pizza activity so far. And the fact that you haven't talked about our company yet is a slap in the face. This letter is being read by a dead man. Like, what? Signed, Totino's Pizza Rolls. So we've been talking about all the pizza places, looking at their social media presence, and everyone. Listen, if you're watching this and you're pizza related, we're probably going to get to you and talk about your Twitter presence. You don't have to threaten me. I was a victim of a drive-by yesterday, Travis.
I said sorry.
Let's bring up the Twitter account that belongs to Totino's Pizza Roll and see if they're... Okay. Totino's. And their name is Pete Zarrell. Who's Pete Zarrell, Travis? Travis, who's Pete Zarrell?
I believe they'd like us to believe that Pete Zarrell is that singular pizza roll with googly eyes.
Oh,
like
you know what? Maybe Pete Zarrell is pronounced Pete Zarrell. Pete Zarrell. Very clever, Totino's. Even though you've threatened me, I kind of like what I'm kind of picking up what you're putting down.
Adversarial respect.
CEO of Pizza Rolls, 160,000 followers. By the way, before we proceed any further, if you have not watched the Totino's Pizza Roll commercials from Saturday Night Live, they are stellar. Vanessa Bayer is in a series of Totino's Pizza Roll sketches. There's like 3 of them, at least, and they are freaking hilarious. Simon saying, can we trade Seahawks coach Pete Carroll for Pete Zarrell? Pete Carroll for Pete Zarrell. There you go. There you go. All right, the CEO of Pizza Rolls. Here we go. Let's look at some of their tweets. Check out that Vanessa. Just Google SNL Totino's and sit back and enjoy. Gonna paint my room in the Totino's Pizza Rolls palette. What do you think? And we have pizza roll outside, pizza roll inside, pizza roll. What does that say? Ranch. What's that gray one, Travis? Burnt. Oh, pizza roll burnt. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Very nice, very nice. Robbie loves the Totino sketch. My mom chiming in on that article we were talking about. Rent-A-Gent. I like that. I like that. You know what? That would have been good for me back when I was a gigolo. A young gigolo in Hollywood. I'm just creating a whole, that's going to be my Second Life character. Just a companion for rich elderly people. Simon saying hi to my mom. Hi, Deborah. Very nice. Very nice. LOL at the Rent-A-Gent. Mark Leonard, my pal Mark, who always does a good job, quoting the Vanessa Bayer sketch. Uh, Pizza rolls are low key aesthetic. Not gonna lie. There you go. There you go. Uh, a romantic evening with Totinos. Ooh, now that's a. Is that an empanada or just a giant pizza roll? Do they make pizza roll giant? Travis? Isn't that just a hot pocket?
I'm not a pizza roll aficionado, but it looks to be that way. It looks a lot like
Why are
an
you
empanada.
even commenting if you're not a pizza roll aficionado?
You said my name.
Travis, please continue then.
Called me like the genie from Aladdin. And here I am, ready to do my song and dance, talking about pizza rolls, even though I don't know anything about them.
Thank you, Travis. I
You're welcome.
appreciate you stepping
Anytime.
into the void. Stepping into the void. Stepping up. Hey, you're stepping up, Travis. I appreciate that. My mom says rent a gent is needed by many. Ooh, mom, continue. All right, let's keep scrolling. Listen, you should be nervous on a first date if you're serving GD pizza rolls, you schmuck. Oh, boy. Unknown user says yes. Shout out to Sturdy Margay. Bernard joined the stream. Hello. Goodbye pizza, says Greg. No, hello pizza. Faulty Mule in the house. Maryland coming to us from New Hampshire. Hello. Would you eat a pizza roll for $1 billion? Yes, no, not sure. Travis, where do you weigh in on this?
A single pizza roll? Yeah. Lactose intolerance would be darned. $1 billion? You kidding? Done.
You know what? I'm going to go not sure.
I don't believe you. You wouldn't eat a single pizza roll and pizza roll.
Of course. Any other answer is just a joke answer.
Exactly.
Mark Leonard wishing the famous Deborah Rudnick well. Hope she's feeling well today. Mother, you're getting a lot of love in the chat. All right, let's keep scrolling. A couple more. You know what? So far, I like the pithy attitude of Totino's pizza rolls here. Breakfast pizza roll lovers, this is your shot. I didn't even know there was breakfast pizza rolls. Oh, Robbie chiming in. Hi, Hal's mom. Very nice, very nice.
So this is like a March Madness bracket of foods that don't actually exist.
Oh.
I think. Including, and I think the breakfast pizza roll may be included in this somewhere. I'm looking to see. I can't tell. We have things like animal style In-N-Out mac and cheese, Uncrustables chicken sandwich, grilled cheese ramen, Popeye's breakfast burrito.
What?
Yeah, cinnamon toast crunch pizza rolls.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I have no idea what the
pizza
context or
bagels.
point is.
You know what? We'll see. Maybe I'll get a letter from Pizza Bagels tomorrow.
Bagel bites.
Bagel bites. You know, we shall see.
What?
Pizza rolls on my waffle. Call that a totiful. All right. Right now, I'm looking at. Leave this for a second. I'm looking at pizza rolls on a waffle and syrup being drizzled all over these pizza rolls. Biscuits and gravy roll. What biscuits and gravy pizza roll? Where do we stand on this? Would you eat this? You know, sweet and savory. Like, I like to put syrup on bacon if I'm eating bacon. Like, if I'm eating pancakes and bacon, I'm all about that syrup. I enjoy a McDonald's McGriddle now and again. Travis, would you mess with this? Simon would try it. Travis is out. I mean, it's a sugar bomb for sure, but every once in a while you got to treat yourself. Pizza rolls on a bagel? What the H? Norm McDonald. That's funny. Uh, is it real? Here's a thinking of making some NFTs later. Neatly filled Totinos. By Simon amends that. I would try that, but I guarantee it tastes like butt, booty, arse. Is it really possible for a pizza rolls in the air fryer girl and a pizza rolls in the microwave boy to be in a relationship? I would say that's impossible. Impossible. An impossibility. Baddie Comebacks Part 6. I used to be a fan, but I eat circular pizzas now. You remind me of a penny, two-faced and not worth much. So here's okay. So here are the burns on pizza rolls or brands and then comebacks. I used to be a fan, but I eat circular pizzas now. You remind me of a penny, two-faced, not worth much. You burned my mouth. If you don't give me a few minutes to cool off, that's on you. Bam. Silence brand. Okay, thanks for the engagement. I bought off-brand pizza rolls. LOL, you'll be back. You look like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Who? All right. You know what? I great concept and execute. Like those comebacks got worse and worse. I'm just gonna say that. Other frozen pizza brands aren't that bad. Here are a few of our favorites. Oh, what? Is this literally just nothing, or is that just not coming up?
Yep. Nope. It's nothing.
Ha 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 ha. All right. You know what? Oh, let's see this meme. Please stop making weird memes about Totinos. Haha. Yeah, anyway, in this one, I think I'm going to give the pizza roll a goth girlfriend. You know what? I kind of like it. I kind of like Totinos, even though they threatened my very life. They said the guy reading this is a dead man. Sort of. They might have been. Let me put myself in their shoes. They might have very well been. They definitely were paraphrasing the 1995 crime classic Heat, where Robert De Niro tells, who's the actor? I am looking for an actor who I should know. All right. In Heat, in Michael Mann's Heat, Robert De Niro is on the phone after getting double-crossed. He's on the phone with William Fichtner. William Fichtner, yes, that's who I was thinking of. He's on the phone with William Fichtner, and he said, there's a dead man on the other end of this phone. And Totino's was paraphrasing that. So that is our Twitter deep dive into the Twitter account belonging to Totino's Pizza Rolls. And yeah, I like what they're doing over there. I like that their CEO is named Pete Zarol. And it was just, moderately entertaining from there on out. That what more could you ask for? All right, folks, it's 12:36. We're taking it up till 1 o'clock. And after that, we're going to hand the controls over to Mario Smith for the drive with Mario Smith. Okay, so yesterday we were talking about Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott. They named their kid Wolf. And then I don't know if they were getting dragged on Twitter or in social media or what, but then they came out and said, by the way, the kid's not named Wolf anymore. They didn't announce the name, but in our segment Wrong answers only. We are asking, what will the name of Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott's son, Wolf, be? What will the new name? What will the kid's new name be? Wrong answers only. And we got a bunch of answers. Let's scroll through and see what's up. Drew Loftus says the artist formerly known as Wolf. Very nice, very nice. Damn it, Dan says Great Scott. Oh, because it's Travis Scott? Great Scott. Nice Back to the Future reference there. Very nice, very nice. Francisco Machado, aka at Crazy Machado, says Canis lupus. Getting a little technical with the wolf talk. Dominic Flores says Phukt. Fukt. Abernathy Raw says Nepo, short for nepotism, because we all know the Kardashian Jenner family has just made it on just hard work and talent alone. Craigie Boy says Ben Hur. Ben Hur. Very good. Might be a great chariot racer. Tony also saying great Scott, but then he can only hang out with Marty's. Great Scott. Very good. Alberto Flores says Guy. Famous TikToker Jenner Scott, a.k.a. FTT, is Jay's to the Max boy, says my evil resident. George with a great answer. Hal. What, again, we are going through our segment, wrong answers only. What will the name of Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott's kid be after they no longer named it Wolf? Grass Puddle with a great suggestion for you Jetsons fans out there. Name the kid Astro. I like it, Grass Puddle. Oh, and Dominic Flores, maybe great minds think alike. Astro Glide. One of the more popular lubes. Maybe name the kid simply Another First World Problem. Nice. Chris Evans, who I don't think it's the actual Captain America Chris Evans. Puma. Oh, yeah, that'd be pretty good if they just want to move on to a different animal instead of wolf. I like it. I'm feeling it. Cub. Oh, yeah, we got a couple of votes for Cub. Instead of wolf, instead of a full-grown wolf, name him Cub. Pup. My pal Mark Leonard, who was just chatting with the show, chimed in. Help me. That kid doesn't need any help unless he doesn't want to grow up in the spotlight. I mean, it's very, yeah, but again, first world problems. But you might get, there's a good chance you could end up having a real complex growing up in that family. You think? Hashtag Rob Kardashian. Flo, says RSJ Gregory. Flo. Mild Dairy Lifesavers suggesting Washington Commander. That's good. I might also suggest the Cleveland Guardian. Your boy Jonah said Houston. Ooh, that's a sick burn. An Astro World reference there. Yeah, terrible stuff. And do we know if do we know if Travis Scott knew what was happening? It seems like he might have known more than he lets on to regarding the death that occurred at Astro World while the concert was happening. But I'm just guessing, allegedly. You say wrong answers only, but I get the feeling, yeah, there are no wrong answers in this situation. The only, oh, Walf. Walf, that's pretty good. OJ. Oh, boy. Oh, you mean Khloe Kardashian's dad? Kidding. Uh, OJ. Surely the only name to give the kid is Great. Oh, Great is kind of winning out here. Will Randall. Okay. There you go. Those are a few of our wrong answers only. Wrong answers only. And there was someone said the only wrong answer here, because when it's open to conjecture, anything's right as far as what the kid's name's going to be. But the only wrong answer is actually Wolf, because they changed it, so it's not going to be that. Ovaltine, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. Simon, you're killing it. All right. You know what? Am I the only one here that's excited for the most glamorous night in Hollywood? I'm talking about the Academy Awards. Everyone's going to be there. Robert Wagner, Elizabeth Taylor, the Academy Awards, Carol Burnett, Ava Gardner, John Garfield, Frank Sinatra, James K. Polk, the Academy Awards, Billie Eilish, Billy Eichner, Billy Baldwin, the Academy Awards. They're all gonna be there. Coming up this Sunday, the Academy Awards, and there are a bunch of new presenters listed that will be. Now, here's the thing. I thought that you had to be like an actor or something to be a presenter, but now they really just expanded. I guess they're just trying to jazz up the Academy Awards this year and hopefully you get some eyeballs on it. But we've talked about this on the show before, that it's kind of like you want to watch this or you don't. Like, I don't see how they're going to bring in new people unless they start making it about the hugely popular movies. Like if there's just more Spider-Man No Way Home. Just salute to Marvel. I don't know. How are you going to get more eyeballs on this show that has been dwindling in viewership over the past several years? By the way, Grass Puddle, with a great nickname for Ovaltine, Ova. Very nice. Any truth to the rumor of Pete Zarol presenting? I think they tried to get him, but he was previously engaged, writing threatening letters. Not Billy Mitchell. Previously engaged. Academy Award brackets. Maybe we can have a little bit on Friday. Maybe we could talk about putting some, seeing who we like for Best Picture, etc., making predictions. Travis, let's bring up this article from People. Elliot Page, Jennifer Garner, Tiffany Haddish, and more added to the 2022 Oscars presenters list. Bill Murray, DJ Khaled, Shaun White, and more serve as presenters for the Academy Awards this Sunday. Let's read this article. More stars are scheduled for memorable Oscar moments. Producers of the award show, Will Packer and Shayla Cowan, announced Monday that Elliot Page, Jennifer Garner, Tiffany Haddish, Bill Murray, Encanto's Stephanie Beatrice, DJ Khaled, and another one, her, H-E-R, her, Tony Hawk, Kelly Slater, surfing legend, Shaun White will be, what is this, the Academy Awards or the X Games, am I right? Will be presenters at the 94th Annual Academy Awards on Sunday. Previously announced presenters include Lady Gaga, Kevin Costner, Anthony Hopkins, last year's winner for Best Actor, Lily James, aka Pamela Anderson from Pam and Tommy. I very much enjoyed Pam and Tommy. Zoe Kravitz, Catwoman. Selena Kyle. John Leguizamo. Simu Liu. Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. Rami Malek. Rosie Perez. Chris Rock. Uma Thurman. Black Panther costume designer Ruth E. Carter. Yoo Jung-yoon, last year's Best Supporting Actor winner. Woody Harrelson, Jamie Lee Curtis, Sean Diddy Combs, Samuel L. Jackson, Halle Bailey. That okay? My eyes only wanted to see Halle Berry, but it's Halle Bailey. Daniel Kaluuya, Mila Kunis, Shawn Mendes, Lupita Nyong'o, Tyler Perry, Tracy Ellis Ross, Naomi Scott, Wesley Snipes, and John Travolta. John Travolta recently got his pilot's license to pilot a 737, by the way. My mother chiming in, by the way. Hi to all my well-wishers. Have the best day ever. Very nice, Mother. Very nice. We the people appreciate YouTube sensation Deborah. Gady Laga, formerly Mild Dairy Lifesavers. Packer recently told The Hollywood Reporter how he and his team, the first all-black team to produce the Oscars, are working to revitalize the award show. All right, well, it does need a bit of a jump start. I'm on record, and I'm not afraid to say it again. I hated last year. I hated last year's Oscars that took place at that train station. They were inert, boring, pretentious, and what's the opposite of fun? Travis, what's the opposite of fun? If you wanted to think of the perfect word, that would be a catch-all for the opposite of fun.
Last year's Oscars.
Good answer.
Thanks. It's all one word.
Good answer, Travis.
It's all one word. Thank you. Oh, hold on. I can think of something better than that. Nope, can't.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great. So, yeah, I'm going to watch because I watch it every year. I grew up on it, and I love the movies. But, yeah, last year was just a real snooze. Real snooze.
How would you fix it? Out of curiosity, not to say, what are your good ideas? But I wonder, do you have any ideas? Or what do you want to see out of the Oscars, rather?
You know, it starts with a host. I think you need a fun host and you need comedy bits. You need a fun host, you need comedy bits. That's going to make it a little bit more accessible, and that's going to add a fun element to it. Like I would bring in, I would let cage matches, says Wolf, a.k.a. Mild Dairy Lifesavers. I would bring in some popular music acts, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
One or two. I think they're on the right track, bringing in a couple of presenters that appeal to, like, the youth or different groups that aren't normally on board, that trying to appeal to other demographics. Grass Puddle says outlaw pants. I like that.
For the Oscars or just like in general?
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, that's interesting. And then I would having DJ Khaled eat spicy hot wings.
While presenting.
I have a couple of really dumb ideas. Like, don't go fully this way, but do some gag awards. Like, take a page out of the MTV Awards book, and then also take a page out of the Kids' Choice Awards, and like slime somebody or do something really dumb. Like, that. So you can kind of have a mix of the serious and the stupid. I think that'll appeal to more people. If you make it, this is going to be like a cultural event. Like bring in the Jackass guys to do some stuff.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, like that's a huge movie. They just had like one of their that did one of their last ones. Like let's see some of that. Let's see some. Let's have a salute to Marvel or a salute to Star Wars or something like that. You gotta get some of the low hanging fruit in there. I'm sorry, if you wanna make this a cultural touchstone, you got to get some low hanging fruit. And I'm talking about sliming people, Jackass, MTV Movie Awards type stuff, while still keeping the same awards. And that would be it would be tough to fit all that in, but they used to do like comedy bits and stuff. And I don't know. I think it would be you'd have to like kind of rework this monster. Still having people in tuxedos and stuff, but then maybe like bring The Rock and John Cena in there to do like a wrestling thing. They're both movie guys.
That'd be fun. That'd be great.
Yeah. I don't know. I would really go for it. Jared Leto Indian leg wrestles himself. I mean, that's just a weekend at Jared Leto's house. You know what I mean? Folks, I can't believe it, but we've had so much fun. We've come to the edge of we've come to the edge of insanity. We've come to the end of the show, and now it's time for a little segment that we call Rejected Segments. Rejected Segments. And this is a rejected segment. These are bad ideas that we rejected. It would have been a 5 or 10 minute segment on the show. This rejected segment is Hal reads from an old Dodger program, a random page. So this program was also finished by top 30 prospect Alex DeJesus, who attended one of the top bilingual private schools in Santo Domingo. See, it's like just a random.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
What year is that from? Even is that last season or?
I think it's from last season.
Yeah.
That's why it's on my desk still.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So glad that was a rejected segment.
Yeah.
Conan had a great bit at the Oscars. Oh no, when he was just like when he got up and started talking back. Yeah. Was that the Oscars or the or Emmys?
Oh, I think that was the Emmys. I think that was the Emmys because he wasn't nominated.
Yeah. Folks, I want to keep going, but it's time to stop. And I've had so much fun hanging out with y'all. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for your participation in the show. We'll be back at 11 a.m. on the West Coast tomorrow, 2 p.m. on the East Coast. Stick around for The Drive with Mario Smith. Travis, what can I do for you?
Nothing. Bye.
Thank you, Travis. Producer Travis, appreciate you. Thank you to everyone at Backchannel. Travis can go charge up. Thanks, Simon. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Be safe.